Hey guys, happy Monday. I just want to pop in here and talk to you guys a little bit about what is happening with your IEP right now that there's no school. And the truth is that it really depends on your district. I've been kind of quiet talking about this because I was really waiting for some sort of official word to come down from the Department of Education or Illinois State Board of Education, to just kind of direct us on how to handle special education. And the truth is that it just is really a gray area, and what is appropriate for my child may not be appropriate for yours. And so because of that, there's no official, this is the way that it has to be done. We have to really take into consideration each individual student and their unique needs. So what is happening with your child's IEP? Do you get services during this time? Will minutes be made up? All questions I'm being asked. Your IEP still stands. If you had an annual or a triennial review scheduled during this time, it should still be happening. We should still be held to those timelines. Those meetings will probably be virtual at this point, which is okay. It's definitely doable. I'm sitting in about 3 meetings in the next week that are virtual meetings, so we'll see how that goes. But your meetings should still be happening. As far as IEP annual goals being worked on, they should still technically be worked on. However, what is kind of happening is each individual district I'm just going to talk specifically about Illinois because other states are probably handling this differently. So a lot of the time I give you guys general federal government information as far as special education goes, but this is going to be specific to Illinois. Illinois has kind of said that they are going to leave the minutes and how they're being provided up to each individual district. So some of you are probably in touch with your social workers and your OTs and your speech therapists. Some of you might not be hearing from them. And if you're not hearing from them, I would encourage you to reach out and ask them how they're planning to proceed with providing those service minutes so that you can get kind of a solid answer. If they're not planning to provide you any kind of virtual services through like Zoom calls or Google Meets or something like that, ask them what kind of activities that you can do at home that would help you facilitate these goals being reached at home. So that is important. What was the other question? Minutes being made up. I don't know. I don't know if minutes will be made up. I know that is like a really bad answer, but nobody kind of knows. This will be something that, again, is dependent on each district and how they handle things. I would imagine if your child has a whole lot of minutes and they are really severely in need of special education services, some of those minutes are probably going to be made up. That doesn't mean that if your child doesn't have a really big, heavy IEP, that those services won't be made up. We just don't know. So the good part to that is that, yes, the door is open. We will probably get some sort of answer once all of this kind of wraps up and we're back into school, whenever that is. But right now, we just don't know how that's going to be handled. So you definitely want to be in touch with your service providers to see kind of how they want to handle this. The IEP as a team still stands. You are still part of the team, so you still should be involved in any kind of conversations about how to implement your child's IEP. That is important information. But what I really want to say to you guys is that you are not a teacher. Maybe some of you are teachers, but you're not a teacher for your child right now. You are a parent, and so the only thing that matters is that you keep your child healthy, fed, active, and learning life skills. That's what we do as parents, right? We prepare them for employment and living on their own and independence, and those things are still really important. So sitting at a table for 6 hours and trying to replicate school while you're working full time is not reasonable. That is not a reasonable expectation for you as a mom. Don't try and do it. You'll kill yourself. And I love you. I don't want that for you. Don't do it. Do what works for your child. Part of IDEA law says that each child is is entitled to a free, appropriate public education. And the key word to that is appropriate. What is appropriate for your child right now? Is it appropriate for them to get on a Zoom call and communicate with their peers so that they're getting some sort of social interaction and listen to the lesson and not finish up with the lesson assignment? Maybe. And that's okay. Illinois the State Board of Education has said that any kind of e-learning activity cannot be held against a student, but it can move them forward. So if you're not doing every little thing, it's okay. By the time we get back into school, there will be some regression for our kids. It is inevitable, but it's not just our kids who are going to be regressing. It is everybody. We are all in the same boat. So whether we go back to school in May or for summer school or in the fall, there will be some catch up for everybody. We're all going to be in the same boat trying to figure out what's going on. So if your child is not focused on math and reading all day long, it's okay. We'll get them there. Don't worry about it right now. You are not a teacher for your child, and that's okay. You don't have to be. So I just wanted to give you guys a little update on Illinois State Board of Education, what's going on during this crazy time. And if you guys have annual IEPs coming up, let me know if you need help in the meeting now, probably more than ever. There's probably a need for support in a meeting because there is so much unknown. It's very unusual kind of way to hold an IEP meeting. So I will talk to you guys soon. I hope that information was helpful. Have a great day.